All right, let's get this party started. Hello, everybody. Let's do this. Let's get this working. Let's get things set up. All right, gonna work. All right, audio seems to be working fine. I think we're all set up correctly. Still got a lot of improvements to do on the tech side, but slowly getting there. So today we're going to be working on some Narwhals things. We've got some reviews to do, got some things to work on. So let's get started. Yeah, we've been seeing interest in Narwhals increase recently. There might be a bit of a snowball effect in action, which is great. It also means that requests are increasing, which is exciting. This is what we want. So let's get through things. So yeah, I got some really nice PRs, which we really need, like expanding windows. This one looks like it's ready for review. Let's open this one as well. I think this one was ready. Not sure why it's still marked as draft. Oh yeah, and then we need to sort out the unstable, yeah, how to deal with like unstable methods so that we can then merge EWM mean and rolling. All right. Hello there. How you doing? So yeah, let's start with these. Then we got I got a ping from Altair. There was something they were requesting, so we should also take a look at that. Right, let's see what we can get through. So cumulative count method. This switched at some point in Polars, but the idea. Oh, hi, Will. Hi, Magdalena. Hoping for some Irish tunes today. All right. Well, before we get too deep into coding, I've got Irish tunes stuck in my head. Yeah. Any particular Irish songs? I feel like my repertoire of Irish music is increasing. So where I live in Cardiff, the most exciting thing you can do on a Wednesday evening is to go to the Irish pub where people bring their instruments and have a jam. And if you do that enough times, then you learn a lot of Irish songs. For example, I'll just have to turn off the noise suppression so that this comes through. Okay, so for example, here's a tune called Mouse in the Kitchen. And so on for hours, getting faster and faster. So yeah, might pull out some other Irish songs later if there's demand. But let's put the noise suppression back for when we speak. All right. Hope the sound was all right. I know that in previous streams when I've tried playing, it's hardly been audible. All right, so cumulative count. The idea here is just to count elements cumulatively, which is a bit like using the with row index method, but the advantage is that this is one that you can put in a, you can do like in a, you can do it per group. But do we actually support do we support cumulative count with row, yeah, by group. I'm not sure. All right, we've got 2 likes already for the video. Thanks, people. If you like, comment, and subscribe, then that increases the chances that my company lets me keep doing this. So appreciate it if you do. I'd just like to look at the tests. So cumulative count. Right, because we've got reverse equals true. And we can do this on the expression level rather than doing it on the data frame level. Yeah, seems useful enough to have. So if we look at the cumulative sum test, I think Francesco's just making it a little bit more unusual by putting some null values in to make sure that they get skipped. An intentional, perhaps, pun from Magdalena in the chat. I count on you. Yeah, this looks fine. Okay, so then, we're waiting for dusk. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that. I would have imagined that it should be possible. Ooh, okay, so doing a cumulative, I see. So what we don't support for dusk is anything that's row order dependent. So selecting like the cumulative count of A and the reversed cumulative count of A in the same select statement would be problematic. But for pandas, polars, PyArrow, for data frames where the row order is defined, then there's no issue doing this. So yeah, we're gonna, if and when we manage to get onto DuckDB, we're gonna have to figure out what to do about this kind of operation. I guess we just don't. I guess we just won't support it. So yeah, docs look good. Right. So yeah, this is different from with row index because of how it treats missing values. Like it doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, makes sense. Nice one. Yeah, nice. Yeah, this is a really good example, actually. Cool. Good one, Francesco. Oh, this drove me crazy that, yeah, Polars had a breaking change in cumulative count in Polars 0.20.4, which, you know, one person's bug is another person's breaking change. But to be honest, I think this one was a bit closer to breaking change than bug. So I'd have preferred it if it had waited for version 1. But either way, it's in now. Since version 1, it's become a lot more stable. And it's fairly easy for us to work around it in Narwhals. Like we just do a check on the backend version. Okay, nice one. This is a bit surprising. So what exactly did change in version 0.20.4? Okay, we need to try this out. Let's see if we can get a terminal up. Here we are. Okay. So let's see. So we're going to do, oops. So import polars as PL, and then we're going to print pl.series 1, 2, none. Sorry, can't type 3, none account. 1, 2, 2, 3, and if we install polars 0.20.3, pip install. How long did that take? 22 milliseconds. Honestly, like this, the caching mechanism that UV has, it's just magical. So Python T. It didn't have com count at all. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, this is clever. Yeah, makes sense. So essentially, yeah, makes sense. Okay, whereas in pandas, what happens? So in pandas, there is cumulative sum. Yeah, okay, sure, makes sense. Okay, wonderful. Although I am a little bit. So does Dask really not have cumulative sum? So let's try this out. Oh, but first, let's upgrade polars again. Can't be stuck on such an old version. So import pandas. Oh, whoops. So import pandas as PD. Import dask.dataframe. So I think it's dd.from pandas. Yeah, pandas. Data frame. Let's make a data frame with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My favorite data frame in the world. And then, do we not have any cumulative sum, any cumulative operations defined? Yeah, we do have com sum. Okay. And then the other one which we need is null, which is probably just is NA. Yeah. And then we should be able to compute this. Oh, wait, we need not NA. No. We just need to invert this Boolean series. Yeah, this looks okay. Let's try just inserting a null value for good measure. Yeah, so my question is, why do we need to raise not implemented for Dask? Do we need to raise not implemented error for Dask? Although actually, no, yeah, let's keep it not implemented, because I think for now what we're saying is that for the lazy only backends, we won't have anything that's row order dependent. So rather than special case Dask, yeah, okay, so pc.cumulative sum, skip nulls true. Wait, really? Oh, cumulative sum, yeah, sure. Oh, right. Oh, this is a bug, technically. Nice. Well done, Francesco. And then for the cumulative count, we're using is null and then cumulative sum. Wonderful. Reusing series, adding it to the docs. Perfect. There's something we've missed. Oh, yeah, this test. Yeah, this is good. We looked at it earlier, just didn't mark it as viewed. Wonderful. Thanks, Francesco. So agree on keeping Dask out of this for now. Oh, whoops, sorry. My terminal is covering the PR. Agree on keeping Dask out of this for now, as we need to... Thanks, sorry, Dale. Every time this happens. agree on keeping task after this for now, as we need to exclude row order dependent operations for lazy only backends. Approve, and let's ship this. Okay, it's nice. It's always a surprise to me which cat we're gonna get. Nice one. Okay, then into extra error. Oh, right, I'd left some comments. They just haven't been addressed yet, so let's wait a bit longer. I don't think there's been any replies yet. All right. Ooh, what happened here? So we made this release 1.13.5, but here there was a failing test. I think this one was, yeah, I think it was this flaky one from Marimo. Right, we do need to merge this though. So let's just rerun this failing one, and if it's fine, we just ship it. cuDF for Marimo is complaining. Oh dear. Oh, is it? I had the same problem with my dtypes PR. Failed. Okay, let's take a look what failed. Oh yeah, we've got the dtypes PR to get to. That was a great one. Failed. This doesn't really show as much. Well, I kind of hope this fixes itself, else I guess we're going to have to debug Marimo. Oh no. What's going on here? Failed to download Torch due to network timeout. Well, okay. So we've already made the release, so we should just merge the PR. But let's take a look at recent commits to main and see if this is a recurring and real thing. Yeah, it's failed here as... No, that's just pre-commit CI. Gosh, flaky CI. A bit annoying. All right. I hope that with the next PR, this one's going to be green. In the meantime, let's take a look at the dtypes docstrings. Okay, so after rebasing, cool, let's take a look. If Will is still on the stream, then any comments here on the pandas dtypes backed by PyArrow would be useful. And Will, I don't know how much this ties into your idea of having a, like it seems a bit related to your logical type system, where what we do here in Narwhals is that any variant of int64 just gets mapped to the Narwhals int64 type. So for example, if we have something like this, like a data frame with A 1, 2, 3, B 4, 5, 6, and then C 7, 8, 9. And let's do something horrendous. Let's do as type B is going to be int64 with a capital I, and then C is going to be int64 PyArrow. So like this, we've got one data frame where all the columns look identical. They're all just int64, but they're all different variants of int64. And something Will and others have brought up is that as far as the end user is concerned, do they really need to know about the difference between these? And what we do in Narwhals is if we do from native, the figure equals true schema. As far as we're concerned, they are all just int64. Anyway. So yeah, Magdalena's been working on a really nice PR to add docstring examples to each of these. Nice. Nice choice of animals in the example. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, for struct also we can do, I mean, yeah, it's fine in a separate PR, but we can also have something like what you've done here, where we have a pandas series where there's a pd.arrow d type, and there we put struct. So yeah, I think it's okay to merge this now, but as a follow-up, I think it would be really nice to have a struct pandas example as well. Let's just take a look at the failing one. Is it the same one as here? Ooh, what's going on? Okay, some network timeouts. But I can assure you that just adding some doc strings. Lol. Is there a new torch? Yes, but please in the next PI. Yes, that's fine. Oh, good. Yep. Yeah, let's approve this. The failure seems totally unrelated. Hopefully, by the time we make a new release, these things will have fixed themselves. Looks like, I don't know if it's Torch or you said there was like some cuDF thing. I don't know. New packages making new releases. Let's just hold off on releasing until CI fixes itself, and then we'll get back to it. So yeah, thanks. Nice one. To Narwhals making a swing. So yeah, as a potential follow-up, we could add pandas example to struct with pa.struct. Let's ship it. Cool, nice one. Thanks, Magdalena. So the something we do need to align on is the unstable API here. Yeah, it's not really decided yet. Maybe I should make a decision here. Hey, and you Narwhals GIF. Nice, and thank you. Yeah. No worries. And if anyone else wants a Narwhal GIF, then contribute to Narwhals. There's an ever-growing list of GIFs that you might receive if you make a successful pull request. So yeah, let's take a break. Let's respond to this, respond to Altair, and then if the Altair issue, I think the Altair issue has like a concrete request for a feature, so we could spend the second hour doing some coding on that. All right, first, little break. See you back in 5. Okay then, let's get back to work. Let's do this. We're doing it, folks. So yeah, stable API. What's the story? How are we going to do this? So that's the issue. So yeah, the idea is I think this makes sense. So the idea is that this would be available freely for use in the main namespace, but in the stable API, we raise a Narwhals unstable warning. Yeah. I think this is probably the best way to go about it. Well, we've got you on the chat, I think. So yeah, Dea, are you interested in making adding this one to your PR? It could be defined in narwhals slash exceptions, or in adding it as a precursor PR. Thanks for the discussion. Yeah, then let's get it in. The thing with narwhals is move slowly and keep things working. So yeah, it's nice if we've got a mechanism whereby we can say something is experimental. We don't make as many guarantees about this as we do for other parts of the API. All right, let's take a look at Altair and what exactly they were suggesting. Yes, so we'll add the warning to the PR. Nice one. Thanks there. Awesome. Cool. All good here from Francesco. Should we check and branch out for other minor polars versions for this? Okay, actually, it might actually have been a lot earlier than I thought that polars changed this. Let's quickly check this. So this is cumulative count, right? And also it was on the data frame. So let's do toFrame. Let's call it A because I don't have too much imagination and I can't type very well anyway. And then let's do select pl.call a.count. Python. Yeah, so this starts at 1. And if we install Polar 0.20.3, it starts at 0, yeah. When did it switch, actually? 24? Yeah, okay. But I think Francesco had already handled this in the PR. Let's just double check this. Wait, why? Ciao, everybody. Ciao, Alessandro. Wait a sec. Yeah, I'm so confused. Because we've got a test here for cumulative count. And we run this one with the lowest supported version of polars. Okay, let's just check the minimum versions CI. So the minimum version that we install of polars is 0.20.3. Yeah, makes sense. And then we run by test, which presumably hits the test which Francesco added. If it doesn't, then it does this highlight something that's missing in our CI? So expand series can't test. So we've got a plugin called PyTest randomly, which executes tests in a random order, which I'd really recommend that all projects do, to be honest, because otherwise you risk ending up in weird situations where your tests only pass if they're run in a certain order, because you, I don't know, some test is generating something and you forget to clean it up. Yeah, we've got here a compound test and it all passes and nothing's skipped. But why? And sure if hello by anyway, Alessandro. Yeah, that's a good point. In Italy, we use ciao for both. Although, to be fair, if people are saying bye, they often emphasize it and say ciao twice. Ciao, ciao. Anyway, so I'm fairly convinced that this does work correctly. But now, since Francesco's question, I'm starting to doubt, why does it work correctly? Oh, right, because when it's before 0.20.4, we're doing, yeah, we're doing the cum sum and is null trick anyway. I think it's fine. Um, okay, let's just reply to this. Not sure I understand the question issue. Sorry. It looks like your PR already handles the different Polus versions perfectly. It's like something in Polish, but good to know about Chow Chow. I'm not going to try to pronounce that on air. Okay, it just means hi, but yeah, I would not know how to say it. Right. Right, Altair. Let's not get distracted. Where was Altair? Here we are, datasets. So first of all, well done, everybody. We got some really nice feedback here. Also, 120 commits. What is this? Wow. Yeah, this was quite nice. They said, overall, I found Narwhals really enjoyable to use. You and all the other contributors have clearly put in a lot of hard work. So well done, everybody. Also, I just realized that my mic isn't plugged in, so not sure if this is affecting the quality of sound. Let's try to plug it in and see if it makes any difference. Here we are. We need an audio clip, Magdalena. Yes. Okay. Um, is this any better? Maybe if I put it a bit closer. Sound is good, cool, thanks. Okay, so yeah, so Magdalena, in the chat, do I understand correctly that this PR from Altair is about generating and loading datasets? I think that is, yeah, exactly what it's about. Don't be alarmed by the size. I was pretty alarmed by the size, to be honest. It was the first thing that I commented on, as well as the 120 commits. But what exactly? Okay, let's take a look at this file. Let's see if we can make sense of it. Anyone here going to any PyDatas next year? I think I'll very likely go to the Italian one. That's always kind of convenient. You can just go there, combine it with a visit to family. So yeah, if anyone here is going to be in PyCon Italy next year, then it could be fun to meet there. So class predicate constraints. How exactly are they using this? I think this is it looks like something that we should support, really, if it's well defined and it makes their life easier. But I'm just let's try to make sense of it. I was wondering how to nullify dataset generation. Nani ML has dataset loader. In that case, Magdalena, you should take a look at Plotly and ask Francesco, because Plotly now nullified the dataset generation in Plotly. Don't know if anyone here saw the news. Super exciting. This was absolute monster of a pull request by Francesco. Plotly merged PR to make Plotly Express dataframe agnostic via Narwhals. Absolutely massive pull request. Thousands of lines of code, 38 files, 131 commits, 150 messages in the conversation. Absolute monster effort by Francesco and the Plotly reviewers. But in here, he's doing some work to make the data generation agnostic. And also, if any of you are using Plotly, I've got a favor to ask. So the best thing you could do if you wanted to make sure that this Plotly PR doesn't get reverted would be, if you've got some project that's using Plotly, then you can go here to this notebook. You can download, if you look at output, you see that here there's a wheel file, this one that ends with .whl. So if you've got a project that's using Plotly, you could uninstall Plotly and then pip install this file. You'll have to download it locally first. And then like this, you can try out this new feature in Plotly before it gets released. And if you find any bugs and report them, then you're an absolute star. So, Magdalena, party time. I'll therefore celebrate that merging today with an narwhal dance. What's an narwhal dance? I don't know the narwhal dance. Also, Magdalena, I'll definitely go to Berlin, but Italy sounds awesome. Everyone was recommending it. Yeah, Berlin, I don't know, because they are doing it separately this year, aren't they? Like that there's PyCon in Darmstadt, and then there's still going to be PyData Berlin. So I don't know. Like, I don't think it would be feasible for me to go to both. And if I only go to one, then which one should it be? So I'm going to have to make a decision. I don't like making decisions. So do we have an example of where they're using this? Let's take a look at the Polar's filter docs, actually. Maybe there's something in there that can make it. Oh, it's this ergonomic syntax of constraints where they do like, for example, foo equals 2, ham equals b. I've heard rumors PyData Berlin is happening. Yes. Oh, yeah, I would hope it happens. But it's not going to be PyCon Germany. Like last year, it was massive. Yeah, it was massive and a massive amount of fun. Okay, so I think this is what they're requesting. They're requesting to be able to filter data frames just using this syntax of like saying foo equals 2, ham equals b. And I don't know, to be honest. Should we accept this into polars, into Narwhals? Let's just double check the tests to verify that this is actually how he's using it. Okay, so is it this one? Get a remote dataset and load as tabular data. Yeah, nice. Using pandas. Okay, sure. Yeah, okay. Other keyword arguments specifying the constraint. This isn't really clear to me. Test datasets. Let's take a look in here. I'm not really seeing this. So no, it wasn't a function. Def dataset. Where was this? Readers. Oh, this one's also not loaded. There's a comment in Discord regarding this PR by the guy who opened it. No way. How did I miss that? Okay, let's take a look. Yes, okay. He messaged me saying he's watching along the live stream and I was on the PR. Okay, that's in that case, this is a good chance to clarify then. So line 385. Yeah, so this one here. Right, so just to clarify then, is what you're looking for the ability to do something like this, where you do like df foo equals 2, ham equals b. And if so, is it something that you expose to the public, or is it just something that you use internally? Because if it's something that we expose, that you expose to users, then I kind of feel like it should be okay for us to handle the logic. If it's something you just use internally, then I don't know, should you be using it? Because like my issue with this syntax is that it's kind of an abuse of the quargs syntax in polars. Yeah, it kind of feels like abuse of notation. Like it does work, but I don't know. It just feels a bit more like a exploratory data analysis thing to me than something we might want in internal code. If it's for, oh wait, Ah, right. So it is indeed something that we expose to the user, because validate constraints takes tag. Okay, yeah, I think I see. Yeah. So wait, just for my understanding then, so you got these constraints, and are you actually then, is this like a giant data frame where tag is one of the columns? Self.query. Okay, where's query? Yeah, it looks, are we actually, yeah, downloading this big data frame? Wow. So it is just internal, but I'm using a typed dict to make it useful. Okay, nice. Nice. So tag is indeed a column in the original data source. So presumably this is where having a Polars reader really helps, because it can scan this and then only keep the rows that it needs, as opposed to having to read everything eagerly. And it looks like you're using a scan function, right? Like, yeah, scan fun. So yeah, for pandas, we've got read parquet. To be honest, even here, I would have something to comment on. Uh, oh wait, pandas PyArrow. Yeah, he puts the D-type backend. So I think for pandas, even in the classic case, I think this would be a lot faster using engine equals PyArrow. Like even if you don't use PyArrow backed types. And then for polars, nice. This is music to my ears. Cool, nice. So what I'm going to say is maybe let's take this off the stream. I'll just think about this a little bit. Like on the one hand, I do want Narwhals to be really ergonomic. On the other hand, I'm a bit hesitant of this abuse of quargs notation. So yeah, I'll think about it a bit longer. Cool. So that was one thing we really needed to take a look at. And yeah, let's take a little break. Be back in 5 minutes. All right, let's get back to it, and let's kick it off with a Welsh tune. Then, enough fooling around. Let's get back to it. So, I'll give you a I'll give you a live demo of the hello in Czech during our live community call. Yes, please do. Yeah, for anyone else who's interested, we have a community call every other Friday. So on Fridays we alternate between these live streams and community calls. So yeah, if you're interested in anything Narwhals related, you're more than welcome to join. So that's just replied Francesco. It changed in 0.20.4, so you already covered it. And anything else would be covered by the random versions CI job. Yeah, this is something I want to show because it feels like it should be a common problem, but I don't know of any other project that's doing it. We've got one of our CI jobs which runs the tests with a random version, with random versions of our dependencies. So, we've got our CI job with the latest versions, we've got a CI job with the earliest versions, with nightly builds and all of that. And then we've got one which just generates random versions, just like for each dependency, generates a random version somewhere between the minimum and the maximum version that we support. We then and this will generate this requirements dev.txt. We then install that. Sorry, it generates this random requirements.txt, which we then install and run the tests with that. It's a very fun CI job. It helps to find things which otherwise it would just be unfeasible to test for. So yeah, CI. Okay, so let's do some coding. Something I wanted to try focusing on was an issue with lit broadcasting, which I think Francesco might have brought up a while ago. Let's try to find it, and then we can code it. Here it is. Let's copy this, and let's get out our VS Code. Let's see, can we get this to load? Where are we? Sorry, give me a sec. Not too good with this. Here we are. Okay, I think I've got my VS Code showing up correctly now. Here we are. So first things first, let's check out to main. And let's try just pasting Francesco's example. Let's delete all of this code we don't need. Oh, maybe we needed the imports. and import pandas as PD. Oh, sorry, I deleted more than I should have. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, so we do indeed get the error message that he had told us about. Let's try to understand why. So which one's raising the error message? Some on the left. Yeah, makes sense, because we should be able to do like 0 plus a column. So just to check, if we don't have nw.lit, if we just do like 0 plus the column, then it does in fact work. Yes, let's just print the output just to make sure. To native. And I think the solution here is, if it's possible to, well, let's see. Let's see what we need to do. All right, sorry, we don't need to native because Narwhalify already does that. Then this produces the same output in each case. Instead of 0, maybe let's have like 5. Let's check it's just not regurgitating the original column as is. Okay, so having a literal here works fine when you're doing a write-wise column. But if you try to wrap it in nw.lit, then all of a sudden it doesn't go. Now, by the way, there is also 509 partly related. Let's just take a look. Which one's 509? Oh, right. Right-hand arithmetic output name differs. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I practically forgotten about this one. I think I agree with the previous assessment that it's kind of low priority, but also we do need to address it at some point. So let's just check that it's still the case. Yeah, we still get this, and we should get literal in the second case. Ooh, this is a mess. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Let's see if we can sort that out first, then. This might be a bit more tractable. So if we just keep a 5 there, for example, like let's go back to our code. Yeah, you see, actually, it does differ. So in Polars, we've got literal, but in pandas and PyArrow, it's called a. So where this code goes is it'll try to sum these two together, but it can't do that. So it goes into a dunder method called rsum. I tried to have a look at this one weeks ago, but I got stuck. Okay, well, let's see if this helps. So it should go into radd in expra radd. Yeah, so this one should go here into pandas series. Rename self. I think this is the mistake probably then. What if we just rename it to literal then? Is this... Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what breaks. Okay, we are getting some failures. It's great, because now we can investigate them. Okay, then found an issue with the safety assertion. Oh, great. Okay. Sounds like we need to refactor some internals. Yeah, okay. I guess this is what you run into. Okay, yeah, not the simplest thing. Let's see what happens here. Test extra binary. Or the Q1. What exactly is happening in there that's making this fail? Is it when we combine them? Like we do this one times one minus something else? Let's try that. So let's do call A times 5 plus A. Nice. Okay, the safety assertion is failing. Okay, let's take a look at why. It seems pretty interesting. And so extra. Ooh, okay. Well, first of all, if we just comment this out, do we actually get the right result? So we do here. Let's just go back to the failing tests. Just curious if this is a false. It looks like the safety assertion might be a false positive. So I think what we need to do is we probably need to fix up our ad in extra, because here we're not just reusing the series implementation. We also need to change the name. Can we just alias to literal here? And then let's see if we can put this back. Gosh, it is satisfying to do this. Like, oh wait, never mind. I was celebrating a bit too early, perhaps. But it is very satisfying. Like after something like this, it's not the priority, but sometimes it is nice to just go back to it and see if you've just not, if you've made mistakes during the implementation, if you can refactor things and make them clearer. So output names A, yeah. But this one is actually called literal. So what did we modify? We modified our ad. And our ad there, okay. Ah, so it's because we're, I see, I think I see what happens. I think we need an alias argument here inside reuse series implementation. Either that or we just don't use this at all, but that's, well, to be honest, rather than adding an extra argument, it might be easier to just do that. Well, let's see what it looks like. So alias string or none equals none. Output names here. So then we're going to say if alias is not none, then let's just temporarily assert that lend output names is 1, because otherwise we would need aliases, right? And then let's make output names equal alias. I'm not sure how I feel about this. This is adding complexity. Okay, we'll have to think about it in a bit, whether this is actually a good idea. So it does still fail. Let's, oh right, because I didn't pass the alias down. So let's go here. No, we're still going there. Ah, okay, so sure, sorry. This actually gets applied here inside the function. It happens earlier. Right. So output names equals extra.output names. Yeah, we wanted to put this there. Yeah, this is quite messy. Gonna need to refactor. Okay, so like this, the safety assertion actually passes. Let's check the tests. Seems to be passing, which raises the question, do we actually... Can we... Can we avoid this repetition? Yeah, actually, no, yeah, I think we do need that, yeah. How much? Yeah, we do need both. We need a helper function here. So get output names, and alias, and let's just stick this into there. So this is going to return a list of strings. Extra is going to be some compliant expression. Alias is going to be a string or none. Whoops, let's spell return correctly. Output names equals get output names. Extra alias. Wait, actually, maybe we didn't need that. We can just calculate this once, because expr isn't... Expr only comes from outside the inner function. Yeah, nice. Yeah, we don't need this. Sorry, complicating things. Sorry, need to keep things simple, like it says in the Zen of Narwhals, which, if anyone is not familiar with, this is it. Ooh, nice. Okay, nice type annotations, saving me from introducing a bug, because I hadn't realized that this could indeed be none. So if alias is not none and output names is not none, as in if we're not in a situation where we've given up on tracking output names, then we set this equal to the alias. And we don't need this anymore then. So this still passes. And let's just check that the TPCH Q1 test still passes. Okay, wonderful. Okay, we might have it. And maybe just to highlight this one, like I think this makes sense because like even in Polars we wouldn't be able to do this, right? This is so cute. Thanks. So if we add like some Polars data frame, yeah. Whoops. Meant to make this PL. And then we did like select 1 minus PL.all. Then it tells us that the name literal is duplicate. But what Polars does let us do is name.suf. Ah, no, wait. No, Polars just wouldn't let us do this at all, would it? I don't know. Name.keep. Okay, so there is actually a way to get around this in Polars. But honestly, this is the kind of thing which 99% of Polars users just would not come up with, I think. So maybe it's okay that we don't support this in Narwhals. Yeah. Okay. So we need a good error message here. So if this is different from 1, then right hand side arithmetic. Do we actually need to error though? You know, maybe we don't need to. No, actually, we do need to. I mean, this is going to cause issues anyway. Let's just try to write a good error message. So right hand arithmetic is not supported for multi-output expressions. We'll stop, then hint. Instead of, if you were trying to do 1 minus nw.call abc, try instead doing nw.call abc, this one here, times -1 plus 1. Okay. So then we just need to add in alias equals to those functions. And we should be good. Nice. Okay. Gonna take another little break, then let's see if we can finish this. Thanks, Alessandro, for bringing this to my attention. And let's start again soon. Okay, let's get back to it. In the chat, Magdalena, ha. Good to see you're doing the same. Thought it's bad code when I did that. Oh dear, what did I do that's bad code? I did something. Yeah, I don't know, sorry. I did a few things, and there's a delay between when I see the chat and when people write it, so I'm not really sure which part exactly you're referring to. Anyway, yeah, so here we were saying if output names is not none, so that's in a case when we've given up on tracking output names. For example, when we've got like nw.all, I'm not saying your code is bad. I am though. It's yeah, I fully acknowledge that this function is the ugliest part of Narwhals. So you know that meme of Homer Simpson. You know which one I'm talking about. You'll know it if you see it. The meme Homer. What is it like? Some clip behind his back. Yeah, this one here. Like I feel like I should make a meme like this about Narwhals, where here there's most of Narwhals, and then there's the expression parsing.py file at the back. It's yeah, a lot of it here is quite messy. It's not something I'm proud of, but well, sometimes complicated things need doing, but still, any efforts from the community to clean this up would be appreciated. So in the meantime, so if output names is none, it's one of the cases when we're not able to track the output names statically. Like I like the meme. Nice one, yeah. Like nw.all. So in that case, well, we would still get an error later, right? I think we should just verify this. I'd like to verify this. So if here we did something like 1 minus nw.all, and let's add in an extra column, 2, 3, 4. So in this case, yeah, it ends up erroring anyway, at least for the polars case. And for pandas, ooh, oh, because here it's minus. And we've not sorted out minus yet for plus. Yeah, you see, it does end up erroring anyway. Expected unique column names got literal 2 times. And if instead of doing that, we do A and B, then in this case, we get this safety assertion error. But yeah, wait. Which does slightly confuse me. I was kind of expecting it to error out a bit earlier than this. Let's take a look. Gotta investigate. So we get here, and output names is A. What? Expra. This. Which one are we doing first? Some on the left, right? Or are we executing? Yeah, we're executing some on the right. Let's comment this one out so that we don't confuse things that work with things that don't work. Yes, okay, cool. So output names is A and B. Cool. Alias is literal, yeah. And then the length of output names should be different from 1. Yes. Ah! I just wrote the message, but then I'm not raising it. So raise what's even a good error message? Like, I never know what kind of error to raise, like a value error. I don't know. Value error is the most generic kind of thing. Let's just raise a value error. Yes, okay, so like this, it does give us the hopefully useful hint. Maybe let's indent this a bit so it's a little more visible. And let's go back here. And we need to indent this so it's aligned. Okay, nice. And let's capitalize the if. Okay, if there's another issue which asks for improving error message for a similar case, by the way, thank you. Yeah, let's take a look at that one. So this one is 920. Ah, so YouTube filtered out my comment. I pasted my code used in missing no to work on that rad. So I see, thank you. Since I felt bad when writing that code, I feel that's seeing you do the same. Okay, thank you. Could not evaluate comparison. Yeah. Yeah, okay, thanks. Thanks for reminding me about this one as well. We also need a good error message there. Maybe that can be for the next live stream, if nobody makes a contribution beforehand. Although, Magdalena, on the... No, actually, no, it's fine. Yeah, makes sense. So, on the error message, I honestly can't remember this issue anymore. Let's just take a look at it again. Let's just see if I can make... No guarantees about this, but if I was able to make a useful comment on it, and then maybe some contributor can go and unblock themselves with it, then that would be pretty good. So now, multi-output expressions are not supported in this context. Like, this is totally mysterious. Like, how is anyone supposed to make sense of this? So I think what we should probably do is here. Other. So first of all, what... Okay, I need to give a bit of context. So this is the kind of situation where I thought the error message would be useful. Say we've got like pd.dataframe, gonna make my favorite data frame in the world, A and B, and then we're gonna do, let's do from native df, and then let's select nw.call A, for example, plus nw.call A B. So in this case, surely this is going to error. Yeah, in this case, it says multi-output expressions are not supported in this context. And I presume pandas gives, yeah, pandas would end up giving a duplicate error. So there's a couple of things we should do here. So there's a couple of things we should do here. So instead of this, we should probably write multi-output expressions, example, w.all or nw.call a b And then we should probably change the check. So let's go here and let's change this to a pandas data frame. And when we get here, other 0. And then we should say, if len other is greater than 1, and it's almost like whatever we do, we're going to end up doing something bad. I totally remember myself trying to decipher this error message, but I eventually succeeded. I'm so sorry, Magdalena. So, I mean, to be fair, this would already be a good start. Like, start by saying nw.all or nw.col. Like, give those as examples. And I think maybe there's a few places in the there's a few places in the code where we do this. There's a few places in the code where we make unclear error messages about multi-output expressions. The other thing is here, what we should do is, so if is instance other, let's just check the, don't be, it's more of a skill issue. No, I disagree. Your skills are amazing. It's an unclear error message issue from my side. So if the first one, so if the first one, Narwhals names, if it's a expression, right? Then we can raise that one. And otherwise, we can just raise like expected scalar value or expr, or actually let's say series or expr got type other. But type other is just list. Got list of, let's just put type other 0. Could we see, sorry, I thought I was past that, but evidently not. So, love seeing this live, so cool. Your browser window is still in front of the code, so sorry about that. Thank you, Michael, for pointing this out. And hi, Michael, thanks for joining. Thanks. Okay, so where are we? Got a list of type other 0. So in any case, here we want to raise, and if and when we allow list comparisons with list literals, we should expect them to be wrapped in nw.lit. We cannot just expect a list literal here. So let's just try putting that message here. And where's this breakpoint? Oh wait, this is specifically arrow. Okay, let's go back then here and do this for arrow. Okay, nice. Now we get expected value, scalar value, expected scalar value, series or extra got list of int. Cool. And yeah, I think this is the kind of thing we want. And we should, I think we can just do this almost, no, in fact, exactly in the pandas-like case. So validate column comparand. We've got this for arrow, and we've got this for pandas-like. Okay, nice. So let's just check that the tests pass. Let's then add a new test to check that this, got a failure. Well, maybe because I'm in the same branch as I was before, and the tests from before weren't completely passing. But yeah, we can verify that now. And yeah, we can do both together. Let's do a bit of Git magic. All right, so here we're expecting the exact error message, and it should be one of both series. Oh, we can just do one at a time, really. So if it's atra or as atra, the 0. Right, and then we need to do the same in the arrow one. All right, so now just the error message was a bit too tight. Right, we're missing the are not supported in this context. Now, could we do a bit of code sharing between Arrow and pandas-like? Probably. And let's not bother with testing the entire error message. Nice, this is good. Okay, let's make a new branch. So check out right-hand side arithmetic, and let's just put everything in here with a work in progress, and then check out. Let's make another branch for the multi-output expressions errors, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fetch upstream, gonna no, not reset hard, definitely not reset hard, merge upstream main, then reset, not hard, just reset to upstream main, and then we're going to do git add -p, so we can only include the changes that we want to in this branch. So I definitely want this change. I don't want this alias one, which had to do with the right-hand side arithmetic. We're going to keep that one in the other pull request. We don't want this. Let's keep this. keep this. And then to discard the changes which we didn't add, I'm going to do git checkout -- dot. Bit of git magic. Okay, so this should address the issue. So now let's go to select test, and let's just add a little test for this. So test select comparison with list error message. And I don't think we should check this for all backends. This can just be like a pandas and PyArrow thing, because that's where the unclear error message was coming from before. So yeah, this is all we need. So with pytest.raises value error, I don't remember what error message I'd put, so I'm just going to type some random text for now. And then let's do the same for pandas. Do we have them imported? We've got pandas. We also need to import PyArrow. All right. Tests, frame, select test. Expected scalar value series or expr. Go to this. Oops. Gosh, what's happening? Why can't I delete this? I like the way of splitting with Git. I would have likely reached for cherry picking, but that would have more annoying steps. Yeah, I'm not super good at cherry picking, to be honest. That's it. And I'm not very good at Git either, as you can, not at Git, at Vim, as you can tell. Still trying to figure out what I'm good at. Being persistent with Narwhals, I guess. Okay, nice. So let's make a PR, last thing for the day. I think we can label this as feat. I think improved error messages definitely count as a feature. So improve error message when comparing series with list literal. Pointless comparison. Well, it's not a pointless comparison. I'm checking that it raises an exception. Okay, this is an example of linters not being particularly helpful. So let's do that. And then we've got the multi-output expressions error message. So let's add this as an example in places where we write it. Okay, got that here, got that here. Okay, here's just testing an error. Do we have anywhere where we write this without non-hyphenated multi-output? No, is that everything? I thought I saw a lot more earlier. Okay, I guess some of them were just these tests. Okay. And let's amend the previous commit. Another git trick, git commit -a --am. And let's push. Cool, nice. Yeah, also thanks, Alessandro, for reminding me about this one. It's another issue that really needed doing, better error messages. This is just so important if we want people to use Narwhals. And of course, our objective is or when using multi-output expressions in unsupported context. Or, yeah, our ultimate objective is to have people use Narwhals as much as possible. Like, we're really trying to optimize for adoption here. Like, I was listening to an interview with the creator of Rough, Charlie Marsh, and he was saying that what they did was they would just go around to projects and they would just see, okay, what linters are other projects using? What would it take to get them to replace whatever it is they're currently using with Rough? And just by repeatedly doing that with enough projects, they eventually came up with a good list of features that they needed to support. And then the switch to Rough was very fast in the open source ecosystem. So yeah, quite inspiring. I think we can aim to try to do something similar. What's difficult for us is that the social side of Narwhals is a lot harder than the social side of Rough. As in, trying to get someone to use your linter, I don't think it's especially, not saying it's easy, but you don't need to play the social game as strongly. Like, it's just a linter. If a linter doesn't work for you, you take it out and you use something different. Like, I don't think people generally have massive discussions about whether or not to use a linter. But adding an extra runtime dependency, which is what Narwhals is for projects that use it, like, that's a huge risk. And it's blowing my mind that people are actually trusting us enough to take this risk and do it. I guess we must be playing the... Oh, nice. Rough fixing up this. Oh yeah, because I hadn't rebased that PR after I'd introduced some rough changes. So yeah, we're just checking if it's like one of those. Not supported in this context. And otherwise, I think we can just merge this. It's really minor and improves the error messages. So then tomorrow we can make a new release. Yeah, we already know that len other is greater than 1, so we can write this safely. In Dask utils, we're just improving the error message. To be fair, even here we can probably do the same thing, can't we? Oh no, wait, because in... I'm wondering where Narwhals will be in 1 year, how it will spread in 2025. Yeah, that's a good question. I think we're at a bit of a crossroads. We might be at a bit of a crossroads where either there is some snowball effect and Narwhals just grows really quickly, and it becomes like a bit of a standard among people who are trying to write data frame agnostic code. On the other hand, it could also be that we just lose the trust of projects that are using us, and then nobody wants to use this, and something else comes along, and people use that instead. So I don't know. I guess let's do what we can to make sure that it's the former and not the latter. I think we can add this kind of error message for Dask as well, really. But Dask is harder to install, so let's just copy and paste it. It's okay. So let's go with Snowball. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Just last thing, then we can turn off the stream. Let's also do this for Dask, which we're going to do separately. Import or skip Dask. This is it. And then we're going to say something like df +1 on the snowball. Hopefully, let's make it happen. So dd.from pandas, pd.dataframe. Let's just make some column. And then we're going to say df.select col a is equal to 1, 2, 3. I'd like to think that this should also go down the same code path. Frame select test. Lengths must compare 0 and 3. Okay, for Dask it's an entirely different story, but I feel like when you're working with expressions, it would be less natural to write this anyway. It's more like something you'd write when you're comparing series, and series for us are an eager-only thing, so let's not worry about that. Yeah, let's ship it. Oh, nice. We got a pre-commit CI bot auto-fixing it for us. What did it auto-fix? Oh, it fixed these doc strings. Wonderful. Love that. Another quick pass. If it's greater than 1, if the first item is a Narwhals object, we just say these aren't supported. Utils, we're just giving examples there. Yeah, for pandas like similar story. Lots of emojis related to snow. Maybe I should play something from Frozen next time. I can't remember. Did I play Frozen? Did I play Let It Go on a previous stream? I think I probably did. Yeah, this is probably good because in the end, people are going to test it out with like pandas and PyArrow. And like if that doesn't work, they're just not going to accept it for the other backends. Oh, whoops, I didn't close it. Why can I often just don't remember to properly type things and close issues. So 1382 closed by. You did play something from Frozen. Yeah, I'm so predictable. Cool. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Hey, nice. We got a couple of stars since the stream started. So yeah, thanks for joining, everyone. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the chat. This was good fun. Hopefully see you at the community call next Friday. Again, open to everyone. Have a good one. Ciao.